From Japan, I'm on board Heritage Adventurer for a 12-day expedition cruise around Japan. I'm Susan Elliott, sailing the Pacific for this week's episode of Travel Oz Global. You're going to love it. Heritage Adventurer is an expedition cruise ship built in Finland, then refurbished for polar and adventure cruising. But here's what we're going to explore: Japan in full bloom as it celebrates Hanami, the annual cherry blossom festival. Mount Fuji, just one breathtaking backdrop. But before we sail, there's a night and a day to explore Tokyo, one of the most populated cities in the world. 14 million people, even more during cherry blossom. But what a beautiful time of year to be here. Ueno Park, Tokyo's favourite, has more than 1,000 trees lining the paths, their petals showering around 4 million visitors who parade the park to see sakura. It's also a festival of music. There is food, markets sizzle, and I found my new favourite hayu, or sweet fish. It's salted, skewered, baked over coals, and is so delicious. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yum! Sweet fish. We've got time to explore. Tokyo Tower, inspired by France's Eiffel Tower, is a whopping 333 metres high. Take in the 360-degree views and look down if you dare. Also for the brave, the Shibuya Scramble. It's one of the busiest pedestrian crosses in the world. It's insane. Pedestrians cross from 5 directions, more than 2,000 people every 2 minutes. It's like a human game of dodgem cars, and remarkably, few collisions. But now it's time to sail. Tokyo matinee. See you again. Captain Sergei Denisov is at the helm.
Yes, in Japan we're visiting many different places. Every cruise is different. We will operate here for 3 months. Some of the places only small ship can go, some of the places also visited by the large cruise ships. It's a variety. So in general, our voyage will take us all the way from Tokyo, south of Japan, through the couple of ports like Shizuoka, Nagoya, Kochi, and Busan. Busan is obviously a little bit outside of Japan, but very close in South Korea. Then we are following further north of Japan to Hiroshima and Osaka.
Nathan Russ is our expedition leader. What do people love about being on an expedition cruise?
It's the ability to get to places that you can't get to any other way or easily. Here in Japan, it's the remote ports of Iwase, it's the Kochis, it's the Uejimas tomorrow, attached in with the Miyajimas and the Hiroshimas, giving people that chance to touch and immerse themselves in remote and wilderness Japan. Here you get the comforts of being in Japan and the experiences along with being on board a ship that takes you from port to port, place to place, and enriches your experience across multiple destinations within one country, not just one or two at a time.
And yes, it's an expedition ship, but that doesn't mean we're roughing it. Hydrotherapy on board as well as overboard. The sauna's red hot, there's a steam room, and out on deck, more water to lap up. And here's where I'm sleeping at sea. Come, have a look. The staterooms are so generous, tons of storage, a great big bed, a comfy lounge with a desk, minibar and screen. But who needs a screen when you've got a picture window like this? Ahead, shore excursions by day, sailing to new ports by night. Japan, more adventures await us. Let the land adventures begin. This is our first port of call, Shimizu, one of Japan's most beautiful ports.
Have a wonderful day out there.
Thanks, Kay. The port lies in the foothills of Mount Fuji, the country's biggest peak, and it's the rich volcanic soil and the misty climate that make it the perfect place to grow tea. This is one of Japan's most famous tea plantations, Obuchi Sasabi. It produces 40% of Japan's green tea. Got green tea, black tea, pan-roasted tea. Oishi, delicious. From tea to tofu, but first we've got to make it. This is Mount Fuji Blueberry Village, where the farmer's fruit will be a topping for our homemade soybean curd. We're making tofu. Yum! How exciting! I've never cooked anything like this. Soy milk is warmed and it's as simple as adding nagari, a setting agent made from seawater. In minutes, I've made tofu. We can choose to drizzle it with a sweet soy, a vinegar or blueberry from the farmer. And here's that word again, oishi, delicious. But this isn't the only drizzle to look forward to. Shirato Falls is where the snowmelt from Mount Fuji trickles to earth like threads of silk, a curtain waterfall. The water here has filtered through layers of Mount Fuji's volcanic rock, a process that takes about 100 years. It's crystal clear and 12 degrees all year round. It's a beauty that fills the gorge. Legend has it the first shogun of Japan used the pool here as a mirror to comb his hair while hunting, as you do. Back on board Heritage Adventurer, we're treated to afternoon tea at sea with a Japanese tea tasting. These beautiful sweet treats and sandwiches are made by the ship's pastry chef, a special treat for our day at sea. Awase is our next port, a coastal town famous for seafood. And at Haraki Market, we are here to buy. What have we got?
We've got yellowtail and sea bream. So we had the great fortune to come to the Awase Fish Market, and our executive chef said, if you find good local fresh fish, they give us a budget, so we'll purchase this, bring it back, and it'll end up on the menu in the next couple days.
And here's another specialty, sweet potato cheesecake. Yes, really. Oh, that's really interesting. Not too strong on the sweet potato. I like it. And this stall certainly got my attention. Oranges for sale, but also the leaves from the orange tree. Moana, why are people buying the leaves of the orange tree?
Because they put them a graveyard for the families in the belief of the these work for the currency in heaven.
Currency in heaven?
Yeah.
Wow, what a lovely thing. Sure enough, we pass a cemetery where graves are adorned with those leaves. In Kuki, it's a day off for the village fishermen, but to stroll the harbour and visit the local shrine is worth every step. In Japan, you will get your daily steps in. And at Tanamake Global Village, we are once again showered in cherry blossoms. The bridges, ponds, flowers and fish are a magical experience. And back on board Heritage Adventurer, look what we've got. Our yellowtail as sushi and our sea bream from the market. Chef Gunther has worked his magic. Dinner is served and it's delicious. There's a room full of very happy tummies. And to digest it all, the spa is the space. Tess, tell me what sort of treatments you do here.
So we do have heritage signature massage in here, ocean flow back massage, and then we have deep tissue massage on board.
What's the heritage massage?
Heritage massage would be a mixed technique of Shiatsu, Thai, and Swedish massage. So they're just coming here if they want to have a relaxation, they prefer to have the ocean flow.
We're sailing the coastline of Japan on our way to our next port of call. Our vessel, Heritage Adventurer, sailing us to new locations. Today we're in Kochi province and going underground to see Japan's most famous limestone cave, Ryugado, or Dragon River Cave. This is a cave system that's 175 million years old, but the Japanese don't call them caves, they say nature's sculptures. It's a 1 kilometre walk through narrow passages. There's a light show at the end that's pretty special. But listen to this. They not only look pretty, they've got a job to do. The sound, like running water, is meant to make you feel cooler. I'm cool. It's nicknamed Hawk Castle for its strength and vigilance. Kochi Castle definitely qualifies for both. This is one of Japan's most treasured castles, one of only 12 remaining that survived wars, floods, fires, earthquakes. Let's take a look. More steps, more stunning views, and Phil, our guide from the ship, knows a bit about the sculptures on the rooftops.
So you'll notice on the roof of this castle, Kochi Castle, and on the roofs of many other buildings actually, are a fish-looking species called a sachihoko. And that's a mythological creature that's a cross between a fish and a lion. It helps to protect these buildings from fire because these creatures absorb a lot of water from the rainfall, and then if a fire starts, they will let go of that water to quench the fire.
And that worked here.
And it worked here. This castle has been around since the 1600s. You'll also notice on the corners of the castle roofs and on other roofs as well, another demon-looking figure called an onigawara, and that's a roof tile that protects the building from evil spirits.
Nearby, Hiroshima Market is a bustling food hall and a big favourite with the Kochi locals. As is sake, a traditional drink made from fermented rice. And this is Takagi Brewery that's been run by the Takagi family for 142 years. Our Kochi stop ends with a colourful farewell, another tradition for visitors to Japanese ports. For our arrival in Uwajima, a flotilla of flag-waving locals escort us into the bay. Uwajima is one of the biggest pearl-producing areas in Japan.
So the pearls are already formed, but we do not know what kind of pearl will be inside. It's a kind of a Schrodinger's cat situation. It will be there.
One of our passengers is Jane, who's wearing the pearls her mother bought her many years ago.
My mother gave these pearls to me for my 21st. Many years ago, she was on a cruise to Japan. She purchased these pearls for me, and I'm taking them on an expedition around Japan.
We're drummed out of Uwajima, and I take a moment to catch up with cruise manager Kay Clark. Kay, what do people love about sailing on Heritage Adventurer?
I think the intimacy. We've got a nice family atmosphere on board, but it's the places that we visit. It's the people that we meet along the way, because we are a small group and we do get that opportunity to sort of exchange with the people in the different places. We get up close and personal, and it's a really special experience. The diversity from one port to the next, no 2 days are the same. And we really do get into some of the places that most visitors don't get to see.
This is my favourite spot on the ship, the observation lounge at the bow end of Deck 7. It's got one of the finest curated libraries you'll ever see at sea. We've crossed the Korea Strait to South Korea. Susan in Busan. This'll be fun, and it's cold. Busan is South Korea's biggest city after Seoul, famous for its massive port, its beaches, and the quirky cultural village of Gamcheon. During the Korean War, 1950 to 53, this was a settlement for thousands of refugees, but in 2009, they decided to make this pocket of homes an art project. And didn't they go crazy with the colour? Murals and sculptures paint the maze-like alleys. Staircases and walls tell fantasy stories alongside those from history. And for wow views, Busan X is about 400 metres high. I can almost see our next port of call. Today's a special one. We're going to visit the Hiroshima Peace Park, but before that, we're making origami cranes to give as gifts. They symbolise peace, hope, and healing. Hiroshima, the city of peace. The Peace Park Museum is an extraordinary collation of photos, stories and items from that day, August 6, 1945. This was ground zero, the hypercentre of the blast, and the dome is one of the few buildings to have survived it. It's been left standing exactly as it was, as a solemn reminder of that horrendous day in history. The peace flame burns, the peace bell rings, and we hang our paper cranes at the Children's Monument. There are thousands from around the world, including these ones which we made on the ship. This is an expedition cruise. And as much as we love our ship, being on board Heritage Adventurer is wonderful. Getting off, even better. It's a zodiac ride into Miyajima to see the beautiful torii gate of Itsukushima Shrine. On high tide, it appears to float on the sea. In the air, I ride the ropeway, a cable car, up to Mount Meeson for pretty views. And back in town, share the streets with Miyajima's sacred Sika deer, pose with Japan's biggest rice paddle, 7.7 metres long, get my mouth around momiji tempura, maple leaves fried in sweet batter, and watch others eat the other specialty, kaki fry, deep-fried oysters. This voyage has served up everything. The chefs are out of the galley and on deck, serving up a feast of seafood, meat and salad. Enough food to sink a ship? Oh, I hope not. Everyone agrees it's been an unforgettable voyage.
Japan is so different, and it's unique and it's quirky, but it's fun.
I think one special highlight was Mount Fuji, just the way, the day we were there. Firstly, I didn't expect to be as close as we were, and then when we arrived it was cloud, and we knew Mount Fuji was out there somewhere, and then as it evolved, it just opened up. It was just magic.
My favourite day was when we went to Hiroshima, and I really enjoyed the museum and the peace gardens. It was beautiful. Quite confronting, but in a very important way.
What have been the highlights of the voyage for you?
Well, just about everything. I learned Japanese about, over 40 years ago in an intensive program, and I've always wanted to come to Japan and see some of what I learned about, particularly the cultural elements and the historical, temples and castles and so forth.
I really love Japan, I love Korea. I love the fact that we get to sample the bustling cities, the small ports, the towns in the mountains, the fishing villages. You get a little bit of everything, the culture, the cuisine, the people, and the ocean as well.
Ship to shore for the last time for this time. 140 very happy expedition cruisers here at the end of Heritage Expeditions Japan Adventure. Heritage Adventurer, she is a beauty, and what's taken us 11 days by sea would have taken days, if not weeks, by road. What a trip it's been. Hope you've enjoyed the voyage.
Travelers!